It's finally time to pack my hospital bag, so I want to share everything with you that I've packed for both myself and for baby. I am a second-time mom, so I've learned a few things from the first time around, some things that I'm not going to bring that I brought the first time, and a couple of other items that I didn't bring and wish I would have had. So I have the base weekender bag. That's what I'm going to use as my hospital bag. It's about this big. It's pretty full. Last time I did bring a suitcase and a diaper bag. Right now, our diaper bag is being used for our toddler, and I'm not planning on getting a second diaper bag. So I think I'm probably just gonna use this bag, and I have a separate section for baby. And I found that in general, I just don't need as many things as I had last time, so I can fit everything in here. And I wanna start by going through the items that I have for myself. For clothing, I personally felt most comfortable just wearing the hospital gown for the majority of the time that I was laboring and giving birth. Some people choose to buy their own hospital gown and say they're uncomfortable in the one from the hospital. I didn't really have that issue. I, of course, was not wearing anything on the bottom with my hospital gown when I was in labor, and I chose not to wear a nursing bra while I was in labor or as I was giving birth. I just was comfortable that way, and then it made it a lot easier for quick skin to skin right after I gave birth. So I don't plan on having anything for that whole period of time. The time that I need clothing is for when I am newly postpartum, right when I give birth, and for going home. So for right after I give birth, my favorite thing to have is a long nightgown that has buttons up. So I have long sleeves just because I typically do get chilly. I know some people, especially when they're in labor, get warm, and some people like to bring their own fan. My hospital, I know because I've been there before, they do have fans that they can provide if you get hot. I just don't. So when I am in the postpartum mom and baby area, this is pretty much what I wore last time, just a nightgown with buttons for easy skin-to-skin access, breastfeeding access. I would highly recommend doing a nightgown just because you're gonna have nurses checking you, and having pants right after birth is a little bit cumbersome. That being said, I am gonna bring one extra change of pajamas, and I am gonna do a set that has pants and buttons up here in the front. It's the same brand. I will try and link all of this stuff in the description box below, but they're my favorite pajamas, whether I'm pregnant or not, or postpartum or not. And these I kind of want to bring just so I have a change, maybe towards the end of my hospital stay, especially if it's unexpected that I'm staying longer. It's nice to have one change of pajamas or comfy clothes for myself, and that's what I'll wear throughout the day is pajamas. And I also picked these because they're just a lighter color, and I think if I take pictures with our baby with the outfit that I'm packing for him, the gray goes better. And I know that's such a silly reason, but I'm gonna have two pairs of pajamas, one nightgown, and one pair of pants and a button-up top. Fuzzy socks, also a must in a hospital. You can probably find hospital socks there, but I love having these ones. They have grips on the bottoms. I did get them from Amazon last time I was pregnant to bring to the hospital with me. I've worn them a whole bunch throughout the years, I guess in between the kids, and I would make sure you have ones that have grips on the bottom. I believe some hospitals actually have a policy that you cannot wear socks if they don't have grips on them. So for your own sake and safety, just get ones that have grips on the bottom of them. I'll just wear those around the hospital without shoes, not worry about it too much. But I also did pack a pair of shower shoes, brought these last time as well. The showers, they do clean them in a hospital, but I just felt a little bit more comfortable showering with flip-flops on, or you could always wear these as you're just walking around your hospital room, or if you do walk around the halls at all while you're either, I guess, in labor or after you give birth. It is nice to have a quick pair of shoes that you can slide on and ones that can get wet if you want to bring them in the shower with you. I didn't pack a lot of nursing bras this time. Last time I thought I was gonna be wearing nursing bras. Again, like I said, I didn't wear them while I was laboring. I do have one very comfortable one. Last time I brought these really, really structured ones. They were 2-in-1 pumping ones and all. It just was way too much for where I was at. I wanted to be soft and cozy with my snuggly newborn baby. So I have one that just drops down and pulls down, and I can wear it with my pajamas if I want. If I I want to feel a little bit more supported, maybe if I have a visitor come or if I'm taking photos again, just so I have a little bit more coverage to have a bra on. But for the most part, I felt pretty comfortable not having a bra on at all. Last time I also expected that I was going to be leaking milk. That was completely untrue because for most women, your milk doesn't come in until several days after giving birth. So last time I packed nursing pads to put in my bras and all this other stuff around breastfeeding, like nipple cream, and I can't even remember what else, but most of that I did not use, did not feel it was necessary. So I'm just gonna have that one nursing bra for while I'm there. In terms of a going home outfit, I am going to bring a nursing cami with a loose fitting sweater. I'm gonna be giving birth in the winter time, and this is a trick that I learned last time from breastfeeding. I really loved the idea of having a cami on, like a tank top, so that when I'm wearing a sweater or another shirt, I can lift up and then unhook to feed my baby without showing my entire stomach, and especially right after giving birth. I liked having something that was tighter across my stomach, so these tank tops, I wore them throughout my entire breastfeeding journey last time. This sweater is actually a maternity sweater, but it's meant to be one that can transition and be worn for non-maternity purposes as well. So this will be lovely to have, and I know it will be nice and cozy, and then I can still breastfeed pretty easily if I need to. And then in terms of pants, I am going to bring a pair of maternity leggings. I brought 2 pairs of leggings last time, I want to say, just because I didn't know what was going to go on with my body. So this time I'm just bringing 1 pair of maternity leggings, and they are a pair of maternity leggings that feel pretty tight on me. I am quite far along in my pregnancy, and they're starting to feel uncomfortable with how big I am, so I don't mind packing them away because I don't love wearing them right now. I liked them when I was a little bit smaller. So these will be great for when I'm newly postpartum, and will have that support of something on my belly, but it won't be too tight, and it also won't be too loose. The one thing I completely forgot last time was a fresh pair of socks to go home. But I had my fuzzy socks to wear there. I obviously wore clothing there, but I didn't really want to have to put on my old socks that I had worn to the hospital, although I literally just wore them to the hospital. I am this time gonna pack a fresh pair of socks to wear home. And then in terms of underwear, last time I packed all of this postpartum underwear. I thought I was gonna be wearing it while I was in the hospital. I thought I was going to wear it on the way home. That did not happen. The hospital will provide pads for you and diapers for you, those mesh panties. So if you want to wear that while you're at the hospital, that's great. If you want to wear that home, that's great. If you want to put pads and underwear, go for it. I just really preferred having the adult diapers. I was okay with what they had in the hospital while I was staying there, but on the way home, I am going to pack one of my own adult diapers. These are the Always Discreet ones, I believe, with like the little bow on them. These I truly felt were just so much more comfortable. It was much more sanitary to me to just change out my diaper every single time I went to the bathroom. So I'm going to have one of these for the way home, and if I need more, I can always use what the hospital provides as well. And that's a really good note. If you are unsure of what types of things your hospital provides, you can always give them a call, or you could talk to your OB or midwife at your next appointment and ask if they know the types of things that your hospital supplies, both for mother and for baby, just so you don't bring a bunch of unnecessary supplies that your hospital is already going to have for you. A lot of hospitals, you don't need to worry about diapers and wipes. And like I mentioned, diapers and pads for yourself. A lot of them will have some dermoplast or spray that you can use in your pads or diapers to help with healing and recovery. They will have peri bottles typically. I know a lot of women, if you watch other YouTube videos or see what other women recommend bringing to the hospital, a lot of them will recommend the Freedom Mom upside down peri bottle. I have that one here at home. I'm not going to bring it to the hospital with me. I didn't find that I really needed a peri bottle that much, though I didn't tear last time. I guess it probably depends, but I feel like I can probably get by with the couple of days in the hospital with the peri bottle they have, then use mine that goes upside down and is more convenient when I get home. I'm just trying to minimize the amount of things that I bring. And yes, I want to be as comfortable as possible, but I also don't want to be weighed down by all of this stuff. So the only other things that I'm bringing for myself are a phone charger, That is very important if you can get a long cord. Also nice because oftentimes the outlets are nowhere near your bed or they're like pretty far behind you or something. So if you want to be able to have your phone charging in a spot that you can reach, a long phone cord is essential. I last time also brought my iPad and my computer because I thought I was going to have all of this downtime. I did, but I mostly slept when I could, or if I was in labor, I was in too much pain to be like typing away on my computer or watching a movie on Netflix or something. And if I did want to turn on the TV, I'd probably want it to be something that both my husband and I could watch. I pretty much entertained myself by the whole process of giving birth, talking to my husband, talking to the nurses, and of course I always have my phone with me if I want to like text or call friends or scroll Instagram or something mindless like that I typically don't have a lot of time to do. So I'm not going to bring anything else other than my phone and a phone charger in terms of entertainment, I guess. I am going to bring quite a few toiletries. I'm bringing this just because it's convenient. It's not stuffed full. This is the same brand as my bag that I'm packing. It has a mirror in it. So if I do want to touch up a little bit while I'm in the hospital bed, that will be nice to have a mirror this time. And I also packed just a slight amount of makeup because if I am taking photos and stuff, I would like to feel my best. Mostly just things to correct the color of my skin. So like a concealer. I packed 2 makeup brushes. I really like to have blush on. So I packed blush, my 2 makeup brushes, a little powder, let's see, a foundation, a concealer stick, mascara, and I think that's it in terms of makeup. So again, just some light face makeup and some mascara is pretty much all I need. Then in terms of other toiletries, I will also link all of these travel containers that I have. These are wonderful. So I loved taking a shower postpartum last time. This container does have shampoo, conditioner. I have a hairspray in here and then a heat protectant. Toothbrush and toothpaste, of course. I have a few different silk hair ties, one big scrunchie, one small one. Then I have some cotton rounds and some Q-tips so I can take off eye makeup remover I also have a moisturizer and a face wash. One thing I did not bring last time was body lotion. Sometimes I get really itchy and just in general dry in hospitals. So having some lotion is very, very helpful and I didn't have it last time. So I'm gonna pack a little bit of lotion as well as chapstick, talking about dry lips and all of that. Hairbrush, so I'm gonna bring that. I luckily have 2 hairbrushes so I can pack this one, but I do want to bring like a hair straightener because my hair gets a little bit crazy if I don't apply heat to it. Again, I keep saying this, I'm going to take photos or have visitors and stuff. I do want to have the opportunity to just quickly run a straightener through it if I want to. So that's going to be one of the things on my list of items that I can't pack right now because I only have one of them. Most of these things I can put away. If you have an extra phone charger, things like that, you can have it all packed away. But if there are any of these items that you can't pack right now, I would make a list and put it physically on top of your hospital bag so you know when you grab your hospital bag, oh yes, there are those last 3 things I couldn't pack and I am going to grab those right before we run to the hospital, of course, if you have time. So last time, for example, when I brought my computer, my iPad, I couldn't just pack those away for weeks and weeks. I needed to grab those right before we left. So I wrote that on a piece of paper. I would also recommend writing down that you need to have your ID, if that's not something you typically have on you, your health insurance, if you have a birth plan, if you pre-registered for your hospital and have other printed out paperwork, anything like that, write it out on a piece of paper, put it on top of your hospital bag so you don't forget. The great part about this bag is that it has a bottom compartment that you can unzip and it separates things. So I have all of the items for baby located on the bottom part just because there's a whole lot less. I didn't find that we needed a ton of things for the baby last time. And that's mostly because you don't want to have them dressed while they're there. You can use little blankets to swaddle them. If you want to bring your own swaddle, you can, but they have baby blankets for them. I'll have a little hat for them them after they're born. And again, like I mentioned, most hospitals should have diapers and wipes and all of that stuff for your baby. So it's really just a couple of things that you're gonna wanna bring. So I'm gonna open this up and we're gonna go through everything that's in here. Number one is you need a going home outfit. Although they're not gonna be dressed while they're at the hospital necessarily, you need something to take them home in. I have one new outfit for this baby. The rest are pretty much hand-me-downs in the newborn size because we are having another baby boy. They're exactly 2 years apart, so they're the exact same time of year. So I didn't need to purchase a lot, but I did get this cute little milk and cookies onesie. What I love about this is that it has the built-in mittens. The feet are covered. Last time I think I packed mittens and all of this stuff, which just was not necessary. I prefer the sleepers that are zippers and have the built-in mittens and also have the feet covered. Great for winter. So this will be perfect for going home. The other thing is that since it's a winter baby, I have a blanket that we can put over our baby in the stroller, and he's not really going to be going outside. My husband's going to be heating up the car for us, pulling the car around, and we're going to go straight from the hospital door straight to the car door. And with an infant car seat, it's not like you have to have the car door open and you're buckling them in and stuff. It is like less than 30 seconds outside, so I don't need him too bundled up, but it will be nice to have a blanket just to keep him cozy for that little brief moment when we're outside and in the cold. The other thing that's nice for going home is a burp cloth or two. You don't necessarily need it in the hospital. I think last time I brought more burp cloth, but of course you can just use their swaddles. They have so many of those and I can toss them in the wash for you. Don't make extra laundry or extra work for yourself if you don't have to. And then I have a couple of outfits to take cute photos in. I have one of those newborn gowns and a matching hat. Very, very cute. But when people say they're packing this as their going home outfit, it never makes sense to me. If you can explain this to me, I would love to hear in the comments below. But with the gowns, you tie them together, and if you're going to put them in their car seat, you need to have access between their legs to buckle them in. So though this would be really cute for photos in the hospital, it doesn't really make sense to me to have it as a going home outfit in an actual car seat. So this will be more so for photos, and this was what I was thinking would look better with light gray pajamas for myself if we're taking a cute little photo together, because this is a really light baby blue. Last time I had a name sign made for our son Owen. This time I don't have a name sign made, but if you have something like that you've made that you want to have for photos, bring that as well. I do have a second outfit. I'm not sure what I'm going to use for our newborn photos when we get home or other photos, but I thought I'd just bring two options. This does have his name on it, so though I didn't have a name sign made for him, this is embroidered with his name, so I'm excited to reveal it that way with this cute little sweater and the hat and the booties matching, and it comes in a few different colors. I have a little bag for baby as well. I grabbed 2 pacifiers that I put inside of these little orbs so they stay nice and clean and sanitized. Our hospital did provide pacifiers, but they weren't necessarily the ones that we loved. So this is the type that my pediatrician recommended. They are man pacifiers. They're 2 different styles. I think this type is newer and wasn't around when we had our first, but this one is one that we used with our first. So I thought I'd try and bring these. And of course I also have the one from the hospital to give a shot, but I want to be focusing on breastfeeding and all of that. So I'm not dead set on pushing a pacifier at the beginning if it's not needed. And we will always be able to go home where I have tons of other pacifiers to figure out which one works best for our baby. The other thing that I didn't bring last time, and it just totally depends on the baby, but I have a newborn nail file. This is one of the electric ones, and it has a little light on it, and it just is the best way to file baby's nails so that you don't cut them or don't have to worry about cutting them at all, because those tiny little fingers are so delicate, and sometimes babies come out with very, very long nails, so you don't have to worry about having them wear mittens all the time because you can just file their nails while they're in the hospital. So I'm going to bring this time, learned my lesson. And then last but not least for baby, I am going to bring a sound machine with a charger. This we did bring last time, used all the time, introduced from the beginning, and our son still sleeps with the sound machine. It really helps, and especially right after they come out of the womb, having some noise is nice for them because they're so used to having noise, and then when they come out into the world and we go to bed, everything's silent. That's not what they're used to, so having a portable sound machine is really helpful. The only other thing I'm probably going to bring again and leave in the car and bring up if I feel like I need it is my nursing pillow. I did leave it in the car for the whole time last time, but I don't think I realized how much I would have appreciated appreciated a nursing pillow because I never used one before. So I am going to bring that in the car and potentially bring it upstairs if I feel like I want it and would be more comfortable with it. I last time did bring one of my pumps with me, my Spectra pump, because I had never pumped before, and I heard advice that you could bring your pump to the hospital and talk to a lactation consultant, get a little bit of advice, make sure the flanges fit you properly, talk about different settings and learn how to use it a little bit. I didn't actually end up really doing that. I think I brought my pump in and then thought about bringing it up to the lactation consultant, but I don't think really followed through with it. So I never really had a need to bring my pump with me. I am not going to be pumping the first couple of days anyway, so I'm going to leave that at home, just the nursing pillow in the car. That is all I'm packing. I feel like it's a reasonable amount, especially because it fits in that one bag for both myself and for baby. Feels like I'm downsizing a little bit, which I think a lot of second, third, fourth time moms do, just bring less and less and less. I know a couple of things that I'm bringing are probably not necessary, like multiple pairs of pajamas or multiple outfits for baby, but sometimes it's nice to have something just in case. Again, I'm planning on having a vaginal delivery, but if you have a C-section or there are some complications and you're staying in the hospital longer, especially if you don't live near the hospital, it is nice to just be better safe than sorry, be a little bit more prepared, have a couple of extra items than be regretting and wishing that you had something. Like I said, that's it. If you think I forgot anything, please, please, please leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think I forgot so I can make sure I pack it before I head to the hospital and before I give birth to baby number 2. I want to thank you so much for joining me as together we make this motherhood journey sophisticated.